Hello, this is Words Are Bullshit with David Scott and Sean Foley here.
Thank you for the introduction, sir.
I don't like letting other people say their own names.
Because there's power in names? I mean, look at Captain Marvel. He has to say Shazam's name to get power.
I will be very, very honest here. I did not think of a reason before I said that.
Okay. I mean, look at Captain Marvel Jr. He can't even say his name. Because if he says Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel gave him his power, he'll just revert back to his kid form or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. No, seriously. Because in DC Comics, for the Captain Marvel family, whoever gave you your powers, you say their name. Like Captain Marvel was given his power by Shazam, so he says Shazam, you know? But Captain Marvel Jr. was given it by Captain Marvel, so, you know, you can't say Captain Marvel Jr.
Yeah. Well, whoever Captain Marvel Jr. gives powers to, I guess they have to say Captain Marvel Jr.
They get weaker with time. I don't think he can give power, so...
Truth be told, we are in unfamiliar territory for me. I can't hold up my end of the conversation for this.
David, saying Shazam is awesome. You should try it. Even Spider-Man tried it.
Shazam!
Shazam! That was way high. Yeah. Okay, with that, let's get on to our main topic for the day, David.
I do. I have a topic for today.
Whoa, we were prepared. It's rare. Okay, what's up?
I forget things. I want to talk about a couple things. I want to segue into it, but I want to start with one thing I like about the concept of words are bullshit and why I think it's not an entirely cynical topic for conversation is that I believe to an extent lies can enrich our lives.
They enrich our lives? Like how? It's like...
Well, let me ask you something. Do you think you would be better off as a human being if you had never believed in Santa Claus?
Here's the funny thing. I actually had a conversation with a close friend who still resents his parents to this day for lying to him. Because they always told him never to lie, and they were very honest people. Except with Santa Claus.
Well, what they really taught him, and they taught him correctly, was that it's okay to lie in certain circumstances.
Like if it's to a child. Or a cop.
He's mad about is he could never figure out which lies were the lies to tell and which ones weren't.
So it's one of those white lies that doesn't hurt anyone.
I don't think it's even that. I think, to an extent, I'm better off as a person for those years I had where I believed in Santa Claus.
I mean, it is them kind of exploiting how naive we were as children, you know, to a certain extent. Well,
I mean, Santa Claus in particular. We're not talking about other lies we tell children.
Okay, let me backpedal several months. We were told that there was a bunny that traveled the world laying eggs that had chocolate inside. Okay, how did we think that there would be chocolate in eggs, for starters?
You got chocolate eggs?
No, you got like eggs that you open them up and there's like chocolate inside.
We just got hard-boiled eggs.
Wow, well this is awkward.
Did your parents love you more than me?
They did. When our Nintendo broke, we got a new Nintendo.
I didn't have a Nintendo as a child.
Wow. This is super awkward. Did you have an Atari?
I did not. Wow.
Did you get the first Sega?
No, sir. I did not.
You get some pen and paper?
They did give me pen and paper.
Okay.
I did origami.
Okay, there you go. Because they didn't give you a pen, you only got paper.
Yeah, they didn't even buy me the books for origami. They took me to the bookstore and let me sit down and read them and then memorize whatever I could.
They couldn't even let you take them from the library?
No, I'm sorry, bookstore.
Okay, wow. I got nothing on that one. That's... Wow, my parents... My parents clearly loved me a lot. Because I got to grow up with, you know, Zelda.
No, but I'm saying, do you think that there's the lies you tell children to take advantage of them? That's a separate subject.
It's like, yeah, of course, if you put a tooth under your pillow, something's going to happen.
But parents want children to believe in Santa Claus because of the magic that's kind of there in that belief. Like, they're not like, oh my god, these kids are so stupid, they believe in Santa Claus. They're like, oh my god, they shouldn't have to stop believing in Santa Claus until They don't have. So they can't.
Do you think that it originated when the original Saint Nicholas died, and the parents were like, Oh no.
I mean,
Oh God, we're in such denial. We're going to have to dress up as this guy and keep this tradition going.
no, that's neither here nor there. I mean, do you not get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
here?
I get what you're saying. You're asking, are we better people for being able to keep our innocence until we were ready to know that there is no one out there who will just be that charitable or that nice? Is that what I'm hearing?
Maybe. I wasn't prepared to say no one's willing to be charitable or nice.
I mean, because that's what the whole concept of... Well, think about the lies we're told. Santa Claus, he gives you presents. Easter Bunny, he gives you candy. Tooth Fairy gives you money.
Jesus died on the cross for our sins.
Whoa! That is... he gives you salvation? Oh man, that is not where I was going with that at all, David. Wow.
Wait, you were thinking about it, you just weren't going to say it?
I wasn't. Oh, that is truly horrible. Anyways, RoboCop gives you safety. I mean, we were just told all these things. You know,
right, yeah.
I mean, so that way we never have to appreciate our parents. Ever. They're not responsible for anything. It's like, well, I'm sorry you got that Xbox 360. I know you wanted a PlayStation 3, but Santa, that guy just thought you needed this.
I know it is a topic for parents whether or not they're going to tell their kids about Santa Claus. Because there are some parents out there who are like, I just want to always be honest with my children.
Yeah, they're in the same category as the people who don't celebrate Halloween for me.
Really?
They're just the constant downer parents. I mean...
So you do approve of the lie of Santa Claus?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think it doesn't matter what religion you are at this point. It's just fun to lie to children.
Well,
like, yeah, you're Jewish, but it's just more American to lie to a kid.
I know there are some people who would argue it depends on which lies you're telling children.
Well, as in which version of Santa Claus?
No. Which lies? I mean, because there's the lies you tell to enrich their lives, and there's the lies you tell to make them afraid of everything.
Oh, like if you do bad things, Santa Claus will give you coal.
There's a boogie monster under your bed waiting to eat you up if you set foot out of there while it's dark.
Wow, my parents really did love me. They didn't tell me that. Did they tell you that?
Of course.
No! No! I'm going to stop you there. No, that is not cool. That is going to cause psychological damage over a long period of time. You'll have problems trusting people after that.
Wait, did your parents not have the bathing suit area fairy either?
What are you talking about? What? No! 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 They should have had a bathing suit fairy, actually.
Bathing suit area fairy.
Oh, area. So wait, is this one that gives you gifts in your bathing suit area? Or gives you new bathing suits?
I'm going to be honest, I actually made this one up on the fly.
Okay. You have no origin story?
I have no origin.
He was bitten by a radioactive fairy that was wearing a bathing suit, and thus he became bathing suit fairy?
No, he was always just a really weird uncle.
They look like... Here, he reminds me of Charlie's uncle from the Always Sunny, you know? Here, these look like they're my hands.
I'm going to miss Always Sunny.
Oh, it's so sad. In case our readers... No, not viewers, not readers. Listeners. I know words. In case our listeners missed out, Always Sunny was an excellent show. It ran for several seasons, and unfortunately, it is now off.
Actually, can we confirm that? Is it off?
I've never told me that it was the last episode.
I thought it was, but I think that's because you told me it was the last season.
No, yeah, it is the last season.
Is it? I've never seen this.
I have seen it written officially. It was the last season.
That's what a way to end it. They killed a bunch of people.
No, they're gonna call the whoever
Sean,
and we're not gonna ruin the episode for people, but there's a chance that people will live. I mean, there's a less. Think about it this way. There's less of a body count in Always Sunny in this last episode than the last episode of Breaking Bad.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I will say this. If you think that the Always Sunny crowd is going to call 911, you have not been watching the series up to this point.
They don't talk to the police.
That was just a lie they told themselves to feel better about
Yeah,
leaving.
Of course we're gonna call them. You know?
Yeah, we're not really going to let them die. We just want a little bit of a head start.
Oh. If you haven't seen Always Sunny, watch it. Trust me on this one.
Yeah. So, I mean, so going down the list, what lies do you think are okay to tell children? Like you specifically.
That fairy tales have happy endings. Oh my god, like, original fairy tales are so grim and dark. I don't mind Disney lying to us. It's like, yeah, of course, the Little Mermaid, she goes off and she, like, lives a happy life with the prince. She doesn't die and lose her soul and all this bad stuff happen. No! Of course the kids are eaten by a witch. No! See, that's what my parents were. Apparently you had the opposite parents. Who are like, there are monsters everywhere.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, but then again, are you more prepared for life after you've been thought that there are monsters everywhere? Does that paranoia give you a safety net?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't. Well, okay. Here's a question. I just thought about this one. Do you think there's an analog to the lies we're told as children as adults?
As in...
Like, do you think there are lies we're commonly told that most people know are lies, that they really stop and think about it, but they benefit and enrich our lives, generally?
That reminds me of a philosopher, actually, who I think it was Pascal, and Pascal's Wager, where this one guy is trying to convince an atheist that even if you don't believe in God and Jesus, it'll enrich your life just to pretend that you do, even.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Like, there is some argument that says, yeah, if you do stuff it's going to benefit you anyways, then so maybe you should do it. I mean, there is some truth to that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Well, I wasn't even going to really, truly touch... that was a joke earlier. That was joke time.
Oh, yeah, that was joke time. Okay. Well, explain to me then, how has... let me put it this way. Have any of the PSAs that you've ever heard on cartoons or at the end of shows ever enriched or better your life as an adult? Have you ever not done something because they're like, don't do drugs. Go Joe.
No, actually, that is a really dumb lie. You know what? I grew up thinking my life would turn out okay because I didn't do drugs. That was a terrible lie.
This is Billy's life. Billy's life is awesome because he never did drugs.
All the way up through high school, they really push the drugs more than they do the grades.
Dare.
Yeah.
Drug abuse resistance education.
They're like kids. Fail whatever classes you want. Come to school. Maybe don't come to school. As long as whatever you do, don't do drugs because that's what'll stop you from succeeding in life. That.
Not the fact that you're doodling the ledger whenever your teacher's talking. No. That won't mess you up.
Yeah.
Drugs. Like, I was kind of paranoid from, like, regular drugs, medicine, even, because of those.
I knew people who got seriously fucked up on drugs, had lots of premarital sex, and then they went to college, straightened out their lives, got great jobs. You know, I'm
bitter.
I'm a little bitter because that is a terrible lie.
I've had family members who they did drugs, went to jail for a little bit. They for a couple days, whatever. They did all this bad stuff when they were young, and it's like, hey, how come they're managers and stuff of things, and I'm doing what I'm doing? I was told by G.I. Joe that if I just, kept my nose clean, smooth sailing through life.
Right, no, that is clearly a lie. Okay, I'm not going to say, go out and do drugs. I don't think these are healthy.
If you're in a state where marijuana is legal, toke up a little. Just saying.
Yeah, it can't be that much worse than, a shot of vodka or something.
I mean, Lady Gaga told me that she was on the television, because she's talking to me whenever she's on the television, that, she has a marijuana problem. Had. Sorry.
I believe I saw this article, and it was had.
She had one.
She struggled with it for a long time.
She did, because she lily padded off of the harder drugs to marijuana, which she thinks is an okay drug. The drugs bunch. So yeah, if you're gonna do drugs, do marijuana. Do a little bit of weed. It's not gonna kill you.
Yeah, the worst I've ever seen marijuana do to someone is make them so lazy they didn't want to go to work or anything.
So it's more like the gateway drug to Cheetos and cartoons than it is.
Really. It's the gateway drug to poverty still. I mean,
yeah, because you're spending time with bad people, giving them money. Yeah.
Depends on your whole definition. But yeah, functionally, anything you consume in total excess and that makes you not do your responsibilities.
Like chocolate.
Chocolate.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
I had York peppermint patties for like the first time in a long time. I thank God it was a post-Halloween sale, because I got like 3 bags of them.
Yeah.
They were delicious. Oh, man. I thought I had experienced love, and then I had York peppermint patties and knew I was wrong.
But to backpedal a little bit, I wish school had been a little bit more honest with me about what priorities would do well for me in life.
Stay in school. Doesn't matter if you don't have a plan. You just stay in school.
Yeah.
They need that money.
Don't talk to the police.
Wait, you had a teacher that told you that?
No teacher told me that.
Okay, because
that's something I needed to be told. That's something you need to be told, but they were telling you to talk to them.
Hey! I was told and taught that as long as you're honest, you won't get in trouble. That was a lie.
It was a lie. They told you that specifically to get you in trouble. That is a lie authority figures will tell. They'll be like, look, hey, I want to help you out here. Like, I just confess right now as a formality till we can catch.
And it'll flush out the real killer.
It will flush, yeah. That's what we're doing here. Just confess, sign this confession. It won't mean anything.
It's just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
We're the police.
We would never lie to you as a person. You know what, man? You're raised and you're taught to trust these people. And I'm like, fuck the police.
As an adult, fuck the police.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't ever talk to the cops. Ever.
So just to reiterate, Santa's not real. We hate cops, and you should do marijuana. We are great role models.
When you post this video, there's
it's
brilliant
audio as well, but yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, okay, you're posting it as YouTube. We should start editing this stuff to put images in there.
Really lazy.
Really? Okay.
I will teach you how to do it. I'm not lazy enough to not prevent you from learning. Learning's fun.
We should, you know what? I'm pretty lazy too. We should find a way to post this outside of YouTube where people aren't expecting video.
True.
Okay, but when you post this, you should put. There is a brilliant lecture given by a lawyer, and he recorded this lecture in video and made it public domain information, so anyone could watch it at any time and see it.
As long as they have a computer.
Yeah. It's either
the internet.
It's either an hour and a half long or 2 hours long.
It is a bit long.
It is. But it's long because he does his half and then he lets a policeman come up after him and he gives a policeman a full equal portion of time and opportunity to contradict everything he says, and the policeman does not.
Because he's like, okay, I only got 10 minutes of information. This isn't a problem, is it? It's like, okay, you should talk to the cops because we keep you safe, I guess.
But we have to post these links to this.
We will definitely
because
do that.
I think everyone should see this. It's God's honest truth. Do not ever talk to the police.
There's no way it will help you. So if there's no way that information getting out can help you, what's the natural thing that it will do?
The only thing it could possibly do is hurt you.
Exactly.
No. But, I mean, that's another lie. I think we get into the point where we start off telling children lies that will enrich them, and then, do you think they even believe that it was a lie to tell us to talk and help the police all the time? Do you think they thought they were lying about that?
No, I don't think they were. We were told, though, that the only person that you can always talk to your parents. That is, I do hold that true, you know? Because you're always like, if something bad happens to you at school, you tell your parents, right? I mean, you should tell your parents that. I mean, that's not a lie, right?
This is awkward.
You're told that it's like, hey kid, as long as you're making good grades, please don't talk to us.
No, that's not it. Let's just leave it at, it wasn't always good to talk to my parents.
Oh, okay. Okay, continuing on.
Yeah. No, it got bad. It got real bad.
Okay, let me ask you this. Since this week's topic is lies, have you ever created anything that was such an elaborate lie that you invented screenshots, maybe even a website devoted to this lie?
I think we talked about this earlier, Sean. Lazy. So lazy.
Oh man, when I was in high school, I made some fake, like, I loved editing sprites. So I loved editing Pokemon sprites. So I made all these fake screenshots and totally convinced my friend, if I'd gotten a domain name, it would have been completely convinced, I should say.
Yeah.
That there was a video game called Pokemon Platinum. Which, mind you, there is a game called Pokemon Platinum. But I faked everything so well. It's like...
Was there a game called that at the time?
No.
So there is now.
It was Gold and Silver. It was Gold and Silver.
So there is
then.
Pokemon Platinum now, but there was not then.
There was not then.
Okay.
Because they didn't really...
You were ahead of the curve.
I was. I really was. I mean, they announced Crystal, and Crystal was a game that would not work on your Game Boy.
Okay.
So I'm like, clearly they will want to fix that for all the lost sales.
Uh-huh.
So here you go. This one will work on your Game Boy. It's called Pokemon Platinum. Which is... Platinum's a great color, right?
I have, yeah. Platinum.
Okay, just making sure.
It's silvery. It's a metal.
Okay.
I have considered and devised humongous ruses. I, of course, considered doing things like that. But then what I did instead, and I thought was pretty clever, is instead of actually creating the lie, I got together with the person I was going to lie to. And I got them to say that I did it to them.
I see.
So rather than actually go through the really great, like I said, lazy here, really lazy, rather than go through that huge effort of actually creating an incredibly elaborate
So instead
ruse,
of burying a person's car in sand, you just told them, hey, just tell people I buried your car in sand, and they went along with that?
yeah,
Okay. Bad example, probably.
that is a, yeah. I mean, you're probably thinking of the notorious Stephen King short story where he buries a guy in sand alive.
Oh, there is, I think it was on the Twilight Zone. They actually did this where they, bunch of kids, they convinced their friend that he killed a guy by drugging him and stuff, and they have a poker and stuff, and they give the friend a drug to slow his heartbeat to the point where you'd think he was dead. So they all wake up much later, and it's like, oh man, what happened, Turned out the guy woke up first, buried his friend to get rid of the evidence. At the beach. They were at the beach. They're like, what? No! Oh God! Oh! And the tide had come in. There was no way to find where he had buried the guy. Who's at fault there? Who do you charge?
Actually, most definitely everyone.
Everyone
involved.
In jail. Oh. But you never saw that on Twilight Zone?
I have seen similar things. I've seen almost every one of those shows. Twilight Zone. What was the
Outer Limits.
Outer Limits?
Please stand by.
And Tales from the Crypt all had episodes almost identical to that.
I saw one of those shows recently with a friend. It's called Amazing Stories.
Oh, I remember Amazing Stories.
I was shown this one where it's World War II and a plane is going to crash.
And he draws the wheel on it?
He draws the wheel. I thought that was so retarded, implausible, and I'm like, no.
It's kind of touching and cool.
No, it was horrible and a lie, and they're showing that to children. No. I would have rather them all die and to show the kids, sometimes people just die. But that's not okay to show kids.
But no, the concept of Amazing Stories is the story has to be amazing. It's not about whether they live or die. And so, correct me if I'm wrong, I think people died in Amazing Stories frequently.
I only saw that one episode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I'm done.
That's not what it was. I think you missed the point.
No, I think I did. It is an amazing story that would have been so amazing if they had solved it any plausible way. There were several ways they could have solved it. It would have been amazing and believable.
It wasn't supposed to be amazing. It was just supposed to be amazing. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be believable.
Okay.
It's just amazing.
Fair enough.
Which was your favorite of the
Tales from the Crypt?
the scary sci-fi movies or TV shows?
There's been a lot of good ones.
No, I wasn't even going to say specific episodes. I mean, between Outer Limits, Twilight Zone.
Oh no, I don't know.
Tales from the Crypt.
I watched a lot more of the Outer Limits, the later series they had, because it was newer in color and kind of sexy, and I was at that weird age where I'm like, oh, there's a chance it'll be a little sexy.
There were some great episodes of Outer Limits.
Like, there was this one episode where on space where this creature was on board that could, like, shapeshift or something.
Uh-huh.
And it would just kept impersonating people and killing them one by one. That was pretty cool. But no, I mean, it all depends. Like, I don't know, I really like that one. I really like the Twilight Zone, to be honest.
Yeah, they're all good.
I mean, that's the glory of being a kid in the 90s. You got the best shows from Nick at Night, you know, so you're like, oh man, we forgot one.
What's that?
Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
You know, I've never seen that, but I have seen one thing from it. I've seen the sleep aid skit he did.
I haven't seen the sleep aid
skit.
It
is this awesome thing. He's like, there is a wonderful new prescription for insomnia. It's a one-time use capsule that you load into the Easy applicator, and he pulls out a 6-shooter. And he pops, and you simply load it into the chamber.
Oh, God. Oh, wow. Alfred Hitchcock, you were the master of suspense. So.
And humor. The guy was hilarious.
I've never... Did he write anything, or was it all on television and movies?
Oh, what do you mean, like books?
Yeah,
because he wrote the television and movies.
Of course, so did Mel Brooks, you know, for like Get Smart and stuff. But did he write anything else?
No, I don't know if he wrote any books specifically.
No prose or anything?
I have no idea. I'm not that.
Well, this is
I just know of him as a brilliant director. I don't really. No, I don't know.
Okay, I'm sure we can find a script or something.
Yeah. No one has ever handed me this and said, "Man, you've got to read this book by Alfred Hitchcock." That's never happened to me.
Okay.
Someone did make me read a goddamn awful book about unicorns once.
Hey! Unicorns are awesome, okay? They're chimeras, and you have to
I learned the most amazing thing today. You know what a herd of unicorns is called?
Copyright infringements. That's what they're called, David. Maybe we shouldn't copyright infringe. Just a thought.
I think you can tell people that a group of unicorns is called a blessing.
I wouldn't have. They need to find that the same way we found it. By reading an awesome webcomic called Penny Arcade, which we seem to talk about almost every post.
Yeah. But to conclude, I don't even know which topic to jump back to or forward
unicorns
to.
Being awesome.
Unicorns being awesome.
You shutting your mouth about making fun of unicorns.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not the guy who has a shirt with a unicorn on it. I'm just the guy who gave a guy the shirt that has a unicorn.
And you know what? Every day I am alive is a little worse for having that shirt.
It's a robot unicorn, David.
Oh my god, Robot Unicorn Attack is amazing.
It is a good game. You can buy it on the iOS store now even, and it's free, but they charge you for the songs because it's the only way they could give it to you for free.
Yeah. Are you talking about Robot Unicorn Attack 2 or
I don't know. I think it's the first one.
Because they made the second one.
Your eyes are open.
Yeah.
I'll keep singing if you don't stop me.
I'm not going to stop you.
Well, I'm going to stop myself then, because we are running out of time.
Yeah, I mean, if you expect me to stop you from doing something silly and ridiculous, I don't think you know me very well.
With that, we will end this amazing episode of Words Are Bullshit. And we thank you all for listening.
It's been great talking to you all. Have a wonderful day.
See y'all next time.